Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is the GXSimmer, and we are on chapter 19 of Nina and Amanda, one away from the season finale. And in this episode, something interesting is going to happen, but it doesn't involve Nina or Amanda. And if you want to see what's going to happen, make sure to always like, share, subscribe, click notifications so you always know when I'm coming out with a new episode. Let's talk about chapter 19 of Nina and Amanda. Okay, so for quite a while, Carrie has been trying to see if perhaps she could meet up with Drake at the cottage. And every time she goes out there, it seems like he's not around. Maybe he doesn't want to meet her. Maybe he's just too shy. Who knows? But today, is her luck going to change? We're going to find out. And so, let's see what's happening. Oh, yeah, one other thing. Sorry. I know we kind of left things as a cliffhanger at 18. Are we going to see any type of involvement with Nina and Addie today? I don't know. You're going to have to watch and find out. But let's see what's happening with Carrie first. So basically, Carrie has finally caught a break from college, and she was actually asked by Nina if she wanted to go with her to Tartosa because Nina has a stop on one of her book tours in Tartosa at the Tartosa Hotel. Addie is there with her, supervising everything, making sure things go smoothly. So Carrie thought about it, and she really hadn't seen Daisy in a while. It's been a couple of weeks. And also, she hasn't been able to catch up with Drake at all, and she's been hoping to see him when she goes to the cottage. And every time she goes out there, it doesn't seem like he's around. So today, it's the beginning of autumn, the fall, and she decided, well, you know what? I think I'm going to go and visit the cottage, visit my cow, spend a day in Henford, have a good time. So that's what she did. She made a call to the cottage, said, could I come out on Saturday? Mr. Drake said, absolutely. And now as we see, Carrie's at Henford Cottage, so let's see what's going to happen next. Can I help you with something? Hi, she said. Hi, he said back. Oh, I'm Caroline Parker. My mom said I could visit my cow? Idiot, she thought to herself. Nice to meet you, Caroline Parker, he said. I'm Drake. Oh, hi, she said with a smile as she blushed. I forgot that you were visiting today. I just remembered my dad telling me this morning, he said with a smile as he looked at Daisy. She's friendly. She lets me pet her all the time. Oh, she likes hugs too, Carrie said. I'm really glad your dad said it was okay for her to stay. She's only known this place as home. Yeah, my dad told me, he said. Did you train her to be this friendly? A little, I think. My mom had her before me. She had a lot to do with it too. She's always been a good cow. She's like 30 or something? Carrie chuckled as she said, No, not that old. She's maybe 24. Some cows, if they're raised not as livestock, but pets, and are treated well, they can live up to 40 years old. 40? Carrie nodded. Hey, yeah, it's a proven fact. Look it up. Have you seen any of the other animals around? Oh, I saw the rabbits and the foxes. They were kind of skittish, he said. Let me show you a trick, she said with a smile as she walked over near the garden and called out, Mrs. Rodriguez, Stubby, Patchy, One Eye, come out. Drake looked over and then saw several rabbits appear from out of nowhere as Carrie crouched down and they came running over to her. Wait, was one of the rabbits named Mrs. Rodriguez? Laughed and said, Yes. Why? He asked. Well, when I was a little girl, I had a nanny named Mrs. Rodriguez, and she was very nice, but she always cursed in Spanish, so that I wouldn't pick it up. Carrie told him. But something tells me you did. See, Carrie joked. Anyway, when the rabbits started coming around, I kind of thought she looked like Mrs. Rodriguez, so I started calling her Mrs. Rodriguez. Drake laughed. I'll be on the lookout for her. Carrie chuckled as she stood, tossing out the treats to the rabbits. All of the animals are friendly, even the foxes. The rabbits love carrots the most, and lettuce and celery. If you have scraps from the garden or when you're cooking, give it to them. They'll even eat weeds in your garden. They might also eat part of your garden too, so I recommend letting them have a few plants they can enjoy. Got it, he said with a smile. Wow, there's so much traffic on this road. I can't believe after all this time, all these trucks are going up and down this road. You know, when I used to live here, hardly anybody came down this road. And my mom was a celebrity. You'd think we'd have traffic up and down. I think that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of traffic now. When people realized Nina Gabon lived here, yeah, a couple of people knocked on the door already. Encountered any paparazzi? Yeah, a couple. They don't come around anymore. They, stopped stalking the cottage. So I know you've been here a while, right? A couple of months already? Yeah. We moved in right about when summer was about to begin. It's nice. It's a nice town. I went walking around town a couple of times. Some really nice places in there. Such a really great place, Henford. It is. It's got some great festivals, and there's a lot of grocers to sell produce to if your dad is farming. Our caretaker, our former caretaker, Anna Kendrick, runs a market. We used to donate our produce to her from time to time. I'm not sure my dad will do much farming. He's a freelance programmer. He does farm stuff as a hobby. I really like gardening, though. Listen, Daisy really likes the Chestnut Ridge prairie grass. I know it's expensive, but I'll pay for it if you feed it to her. It's also healthier for her. Sure, that's fine. I'll send the bill to your house. Have you been there? Chestnut Ridge? Oh, yeah. My mom and dad took me last year when I got on the honor roll. We went to a horse farm, and I got to ride a horse and learn how to care for horses. I love horses. I got to play with horses and feed them. It was amazing. I loved it out there. We took out a rental for a week. It had this incredible view where you could see these awesome sunsets. It was such a great vacation. Then we went riding in the countryside. My mom and dad sat that one out as I went with the group. My mom couldn't do a lot because she just had a baby. Then I got to meet this vet that specializes in horses. I just asked him a million questions. His name was Dr. Crass, and he told me when I graduate college to apply for his program. Yeah, I've always had a dream of living there when I'm older and owning my own ranch. It just seems like an amazing place. Oh, yeah, it's so cool. You should go if you have the time. The people there are so nice and friendly. They do this dance called cowpoke. Have you ever heard of it? Yeah, I think so. It's like a line dance, right? Yeah, it is so much fun. Can you cowpoke? A little, she said back with a grin. You want to show me? Here? Come on, that's silly. We don't even have music. Why not? Oh, wait. Ranch music, right? Yeah. Okay. Try this one, he said as he played a song. Oh, all right. But don't laugh. I promise I won't. Okay, well. First you make like you're raising your arm, twirling like a lasso like this, she told him as she twirled his wrist. Then what you do is kick forward, kick back, twirl around, touch heel, kick up, arms up, twirl to the right, kick back. Think you can do that? Definitely not. Come on, try it, she said as she grabbed his arm and pulled him next to her. Are you ready? Yeah, he joked around as he tried and kept messing up, making them both laugh when her watch started beeping. Oh no. What is it? I gotta go back now. If I don't leave now, I won't make my curfew in time. I'm having so much fun. I'm glad I came out today. Me too, he said. Hey, would you mind if I walked you back to the station? Sure, she said. Before she left, she gave Daisy a hug and a scratch on the head, saying, I'll see you again, okay? Be a good girl. I love you, Daisy. Then she took a walk back with Drake to the station as they talked. Thanks for hanging out with me today, she said. I liked hanging out with you, he told her. Are you seeing anybody? No. You? No. Would you go out with me? Maybe Tomorrow night? He asked. Sunday night? She asked. Yeah. I could come out to you, and we could go anywhere you want to. Well, as long as it's during the day, it's fine. I've got class on Monday. I need to study a lot on Sunday night to get to bed early. Mondays are the worst. I have 3 classes in one day. 3 classes? That's all? What high school do you go to? Oh, I don't go to high school anymore. You don't? No, I'm in college. You go to college? She nodded. Yeah, I got to graduate early. I took some tests. They saw I was a good candidate, so they recommended early graduation. Passed the requirements needed. Rolled to Foxbury last year. Wow. But still, only 3 classes? Yeah, and they are very long, and the work is tough. Makes high school seem like a breeze, she said. So, you're like a genius. I wouldn't go that far. But it just challenged me a lot, and I learned a great deal. I want to be a vet that specializes in horses. Horses? Really? Oh, yeah. Horses are beautiful, majestic, so sweet and intelligent. So I want to be someone who takes care of them and maybe even gets to birth a foal with one of them. Wow. Horse doctor, he said with a smile. Where would you go for that? You mean to live? Yeah. Well, I told you, I want to move to Chestnut Ridge when I finish my degree and get certified. When I was out there, I felt like I belonged there. Oh, and we got to see the competitions. They were incredible. The Ultimate Horse Championship happened the same weekend, and my dad got me tickets for it. That is amazing. It was such a great experience for me. My dad is like the best. I can't wait to meet your dad. Really? I didn't mean to, no, it's okay. I know what you meant. My dad is a great guy, and he'd like you too. So, about tomorrow, what time? Around 12? We could go to lunch. My mom has a great deal of a greenhouse restaurant. She does a publicity event there every so often, and she can eat for free. And so can I. No way. Yeah. And the chef there is Christine Ito. She's a 5-star chef, and her husband is a champion skier and sommelier. Her food is like off the chain. You will love it. Not to mention, we can eat the best stuff for free. Okay, we will, he said. I want to talk to you more, and I wish you didn't have to leave so early. Me too. I like you, Drake. I like you too, Carrie, he said as he returned her smile. So, text me your number before you leave, and where I should meet you. Do you want to come do you want to come to my house to pick me up? Sure. Okay. Tell me your number. Sure. 555-9845. Got it. Okay, I'm sending you my address. Oh, wait. Henford code 44. Yeah, I got that. I remember. Yep, I got it. All right, so I'll send you my address and the line to take from the main station. Okay. Listen, do you have any pictures from Chestnut Ridge? Oh, yeah, she said as she pulled out her phone and started showing him the photos. Shortly after, her train came in, and she said, "Oh, there's my ride. I'll see you tomorrow." Yeah. Hey, do you want me to ride back with you? Oh, no, I'm fine. Besides, I'll be late when you get back. It's easy for me. I just go from San Sequoia Station to, San Myshuno, San Sequoia, and home. It's real quick. 45 minutes at the most. I'll see you tomorrow, he told her. Yeah, she said. And then he watched her get on the train and wave at him as she took a seat near the window. The following day, Drake arrived at her house. He was dressed modestly Although he was only 15, like Carrie, he had also shaved. He also got a haircut in the morning and got a basic trim so he looked his best. Tony, watching the exchange, smirked. So, where you two kids off to? Greenhouse Restaurant, Carrie said. I'm going to introduce him to Chef Ito's amazing style. Yeah, I've never been, Drake said. Oh, well, we better go, Carrie said quickly. Sure, Drake said. It was nice meeting you both. Nice meeting you too, kid. Have a great time, kids, Tony said as he watched them go out the door. Bye, honey. Have a good time, Amanda said. Carrie and Drake went out the front door and left. I'm so sorry I put you through that, Carrie said with a chuckle. Oh, don't worry, Drake told her. They were great. Your dad is funny and your mom is nice. Yeah, well, wait until you meet my other mom, Carrie said with a smirk. Oh, her I've already met, Drake said. She seems nice too. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. When your dad bought the cottage. Yeah, I was there, Drake said. It was so cool. I had no idea who she was until I saw the poster on the wall for it. Oh, what? Hot and heavy in Tartosa? Carrie asked. No. Carrie's cow says Christmas, Drake said with a smile. Oh, no. Carrie laughed as she started to blush. Please don't remind me of that. Why? It's one of my favorite Christmas specials. I love to watch it every year. You do? Carrie asked. Yeah. And to think, I'm going out with the beautiful girl who inspired it. Wow, she said with psychical. Thanks. Well, let's go, Drake said as he extended his hand to her. She smiled and took it as they began to walk to the train station. They arrived at Greenhouse Restaurant about 20 minutes later. Drake noticed that she went right to the front of the line and bypassed all the other customers that were waiting, and they were seated immediately. Wow, I couldn't believe you did that. That line. You just bypassed it. Yeah, I always do, Carrie said. Chef Ito has an arrangement with my mom. She does a publicity event here. When a new book or movie is announced, the chef makes a fortune from the studio or the publisher, and the restaurant gets known as Nina Gavan's favorite place to eat. So, Chef Ito gives my parents and me complimentary service at all her restaurants. You're kidding, Drake said with a laugh. Oh, no joke. Drake laughed. Wow. Celebrity has its privileges. And drawbacks, Carrie said with a scowl. Really? I wouldn't think there aren't many. Oh, but there are. So tell me, why did you get cringy when I mentioned the special? Carrie chuckled as she said, well, when it came out, I was almost 12. And people who I thought were my friends made fun of me for it because they were jealous of me. You know, Mom was a celebrity. I became a celebrity overnight because of the damn book. Plus, that song they had for the movie. Oh, God, it was horrible. So I got tortured relentlessly in school about it. It made me hate it. And the book. I couldn't even look at it. That was really low of them to do that, Drake said. If I had known you then, I would have gone right up to you and told you how much I loved it. My dad read that book to me when I was little. I loved it. I couldn't wait to see the movie when it came out. It may be a story about a little girl, but I used to think that little girl must be something for her to save Christmas. I'm glad I'm with her now. She blushed again as she said, Thank you. I've learned to live with it over the years. I mean, it's considered almost a classic now, running every year, but changing my name to Pocket Parker has helped me to avoid any issues. Sometimes being called Nina Gavan's daughter used to make me crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my mom, but her last name has caused me enough trouble for one lifetime. And the paparazzi everywhere hated it. You know, all I wanted was a normal life and a normal school. My mom almost enrolled me in private school because the bullying was relentless, but I hated the idea of being with other rich kids who were snobby and conceited. Luckily, I got to move in with my mom and dad last year, and everything changed after that. It just felt great to live in a normal neighborhood with my cousins and make new friends, and have a great school. Sorry, not last year, 2 years ago. Forget. I love going outside and not seeing any paparazzi. It helped me find my way back. My grades got better. I got healthier from being outside more, and now things are great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know how lucky I am to be who I am and have almost everything I could want or need. But it doesn't mean that you're automatically happy because your mom's a celebrity and you have the ability to be so privileged in life. I think I understand, he said. I'm glad that you're happy now. Oh, I am. I was able to fix things with my mom and even stopped hating the book because the truth is she did write it for me. And it is special, Carrie said with a smile. It took me a while, but I had to get a reality check that adults don't always have the answers, and sometimes inadvertently hurt people without realizing it. Yeah, that's true, Drake said with a smile. Has it always been just you and your dad? Carrie asked. Oh, pretty much, he said. I never knew my mother. Oh, I'm sorry, Carrie said. She died when I was a baby in a freak accident. Your dad never dated again? Carrie asked. Drake shook his head. No. He told me that he said he had that one love of his life, and it could last a lifetime. Wow, that sports car. Did you hear it? Yeah. Sometimes people speed way too much. I know. I'm having a great time, he said. I don't think I've ever said this much to anybody. Me neither, Carrie said. After dinner and dessert, they took a walk and stood near the water where they caught the sunset. Drake could not stop looking at her. She glanced up at him shyly and saw that he was moving in closer until his lips slightly brushed her own, and she felt her stomach start to flutter while her heart increased. Her eyes closed and she kissed him back as their kiss became longer. When he parted from her, he said, Never kissed anyone before. She smiled and said, I'm glad to have been your first kiss. Was I yours? He asked. Carrie chuckled and said shyly, no. But it's okay. That guy turned out to be a total jerk. Drake laughed softly as he touched her cheek. I really like you. Could I be your boyfriend? Carrie was surprised by his question, but she responded with, Yes. He smiled and kissed her again. She felt her stomach start to flutter and her heart raced. She couldn't believe that this was happening to her. She hadn't realized it, but they spent nearly all day at the restaurant. And their first kiss together couldn't have been a better setting. They sat on the bench together as he held her in his arms. She could feel his heart pounding against her ear, and she smiled knowing she was doing that to him. When they arrived at her house, he gave her another kiss on the sidewalk before he went back to Henford. She walked into the house in almost a trance. Her mother was sitting at the table having dinner with her dad as she walked in. Hey, how was your date? Her mother asked. Amazing, Carrie said with a smirk. You hungry? Nah, I'm full. We had a great time. He asked me out again next Saturday. I can't wait. And he asked me to be his girlfriend, too. Wow, really? Amanda asked. Yeah. I'm going to go study. Good night, Carrie said as she went up the landing to her bedroom. As soon as she got into her room, she changed into her comfortable sweats and settled herself on the bed with the required reading for her classes on Monday. Then she heard her phone beep and saw a text come through. She smiled as soon as she saw it. What's so funny? It's just my daughter. She sent me a text. Looks like she's got a boyfriend. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. This tour has been exhausting. I'm glad this one is over. I won't have to do this for a while. Yeah, at least not for a year or so. Yeah. So, are you going back tomorrow? Flying home? No. I've got, I'm gonna probably stay a day or so. Just take advantage of the sunshine. You? Yeah, flying back in the morning. Okay. Well, we did a really great job, didn't we? You did a really great job. I had the easy part. No. Are you kidding? I saw you up there. It was impressive as hell. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll head up. Yeah. Okay. What? I forgot. When you get back, just make sure you make that call to Rachel. Let her know about the engagement. It was really good. Yeah, I'll do that. All right. I'll see you. Good night, Addie. Good night, Nina. So I bet you thought you weren't going to see any type of lead up from 18, did you? Well, fooled you. And don't worry. Episode 20, the season finale, is on July 31st, 2024. What's going to happen? Is there going to be something unusual developing? We'll find out. And just remember, if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe, click notifications so you always know when I'm coming out with new content. I'd like to thank you so much for all your time. I'm so glad you love these episodes, that they make you smile. It means so much to me, and I thank you profusely as always. Once again, this is Jen, the GXSimmer. I hope that you have a terrific day or night. I'll see you on the next episode of Nina and Amanda, or any of the other content that I have. Take care. Bye-bye.